just invested $40 billion in Anthropic. To be clear, that's the company that builds Gemini, Google's own AI. They just put $40 billion into their own direct competitor. That entails $10 billion in cash today, and then another $30 billion if Anthropic keeps performing and whooping Google at AI. But for context, because we seem to have lost all track of what tens of billion dollars actually means, that one investment is more than Ford is worth, more than GM is worth. All of that money is going from Google directly to its own biggest competitor. If your opponent is winning the game, evidently the move is to buy a stake in their team to hedge your bet. That's kind of a prediction market level move. Buying insurance on your own demise. Somehow, this is not a great show of faith in Google Gemini. Here's the context. 4 days ago, Amazon put another $5 billion into Anthropic, bringing them to a total of $13 billion invested. They've also invested heavily in OpenAI. At this point, it's just hundreds of billions of dollars flowing between the same 10 companies. Now, today, Google committed up to $40 billion. Both of these companies build their own AI models. Both companies compete directly with Claude. And both companies are funding Anthropic, the company that makes Claude, because their customers obviously keep choosing Claude over their in-house models. Amazon Bedrock, their cloud service, runs Claude. Google Cloud runs Claude. Enterprise clients clearly want Claude, and the checks that these companies are writing are the clearest admission of that. These companies are putting their money where their data is, billions of dollars of it. So Anthropic's growth is why the money makes sense, even if the business logic doesn't seem to. Their revenue went from $1 billion to $30 billion in 15 months. Investors are now floating an $800 billion valuation for Anthropic. They have IPO talks going with Goldman, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, all the big guys. Their IPO is underway, potentially for October. Google locked in their investment at a $350 billion valuation, the same valuation from February. So in 6 months, that entry price could look like the deal of the decade if Anthropic's valuation keeps going up. Now, the $30 billion contingent piece is tied to performance milestones. Google is essentially saying, we will bet $10 billion that you're great today, and then $30 billion that you will keep getting better. And to be clear, if Anthropic keeps getting that much better, that also probably means that Google's AI is not looking as hot in comparison. It's a hedge. It's not just an investment. So if Google loses the AI race to Anthropic, it wants to profit from the loss. That's not really confidence in your own product. That's more like buying insurance on the company that's beating you. But think about what beating Google actually means here, because that's the biggest change in tech and even the markets as we know it. Google makes over $200 billion a year from search ads. That is their whole business. When someone Googles a question, Google shows them ads alongside the answer. That's been the model for decades. It works, however, only as long as people keep Googling.